Have you ever heard of Jidion, the American prankster who rose to fame on YouTube? He started off as a delivery driver, but his clever stunts and hilarious jokes caught the attention of millions. He became a sensation, amassing a massive following and cementing his place in the world of online entertainment. But fame can be fickle, and even the best of us can falter. In his latest battle, Jidion faced off against Niko Ominala in the biggest Menace series, a showdown that would determine the ultimate prankster. It was the biggest battle of his life, and Jidion gave it his all. But despite his best efforts, he lost. So, how did this rising star fall from grace? Adams, also known as Jidion, made his debut on YouTube in 2018 with a video showcasing his attempt to resell various items at his high school. However, despite his early efforts, his channel struggled to gain any real traction.
Video and I posted it, and the first day it got 900 views.
It wasn't until the spring of 2019 that Jidion's channel began to pick up steam. Some of the videos he uploaded at that time started to garner millions of views, and by September of that year, he had amassed 100,000 subscribers. One of his earliest viral videos was titled, "Giving Strangers the N-Word Pass," which he posted in early 2019. In his comedic videos, Jidion often goes by the pseudonym DeMarcus Cousins III.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Nice to meet you, DeMarcus.
What's your name, man? DeMarcus Cousins III.
A name he uses when introducing himself to strangers or giving his name out to people. This name is a nod to NBA player DeMarcus Cousins. Jidion's popularity continued to grow, and he became more daring with his stunts. In December 2021, he attempted to get an autograph from the real DeMarcus Cousins, which caused a stadium security guard to intervene. However, Cousins eventually signed Jidion's jersey, telling the guard that he was taking his job too seriously. Jidion's pranks even caught the attention of Mavericks owner Mark Cuban, who approached him during a game between the Minnesota Timberwolves and Dallas Mavericks. The two had a conversation during which Cuban mentioned that his relatives enjoyed watching Jidion's videos. Jidion's channel saw exponential growth throughout 2020 and 2021, culminating in his most viewed video to date, which was posted on December 31st, 2020 and has amassed over 5 million views. He reached the impressive milestone of 1 million subscribers in August 2021 and continues to create content on a regular basis. As of 2023, Jidion's YouTube channel has an impressive 7 million subscribers, a testament to his talent and hard work. Now, let's talk about the series. The rivalry between Niko Ominala and Jidion started with a prank they both pulled on a KKK leader, which led to their first encounter. On March 21st, 2023, they announced a new series called The Biggest Menace, where they would challenge each other to see who was the ultimate prankster. The first part of the series, We Pranked the Mona Lisa, was released on March 26th by Niko, challenging Jidion to hang a clapped Lisa in the Louvre in Paris. Jidion succeeded after 2 attempts, but was caught by French police and detained for a day, which exceeded Niko's expectations. In the second part, titled I Got Attacked by a Heavyweight Champion, Niko accepted Jidion's challenge to be a food delivery driver and prank customers by eating their food. However, he was surprised when the last customer turned out to be Shannon Briggs, who had a beef with him. In the third part, called We Pranked a Professional Golf Tournament, Jidion challenged Niko to prank Rory McIlroy at the PGA Tour, one of the most significant tournaments for golfers. Niko had to put the ball in the hole before Rory using a remote control ball. They had 4 other pranks planned to make each other fold in the competition. For instance, Jidion had to act as if he had turned white in front of his community. Niko gave a speech on why incest should be legal in front of an audience. Jidion acted as an Indian batsman and ran through security at the India vs. England Test match. The final challenge given by Jidion to Niko was to sneak into a WWE match and do Steve Austin's famous signature step, and it was the last chance for Jidion to make Niko fold. Unfortunately, Niko successfully completed the challenge, and neither of them had folded, until Niko's final challenge to Jidion. On April 18th, We Ruined an Award Show was uploaded. In this episode, Niko plans to make Jidion fold by faking an award show to give him the Biggest Menace Series award. The challenge involves Jidion announcing the wrong name, waiting for the winner to finish their speech and then correcting himself. Niko got this idea from Deji, who did the same thing in a previous challenge but with a twist. The entire award show is fake and the actors are paid. To make it seem real, Niko even auditions actors who can handle improvisation. He tests them by trying to make them laugh, but only those who stay in character and don't laugh pass the test. For the crucial role of the person who would give the speech and make Jidion feel like the worst person alive, Niko chooses Anthony, a disabled man in a wheelchair. The award show is called Sound Music Dance, or SMD for short, which Niko also jokingly calls Suck My. The show is held at the Greenwich Yacht Club. When Jidion hears the plan, he becomes very nervous, as this is the first time he has seemed so anxious throughout the series. The plan is for Jidion and Niko to be welcomed by a fake organizer, Tamika, and then have an interview with Lad Bible to make it seem more authentic. The fake presenter, Joey, will then open the show. Tamika gives Jidion an emotional rundown of the award show to play with his emotions. Niko reminds Jidion that he can fold at any moment, making him even more nervous.
This one might have to get folded. This one might have to get folded. I'll just be evil.
Jidion worries that he'll ruin a special moment for someone who worked hard to receive an award, and that the show will be broadcast to thousands of people. After being welcomed by Tamika, they have their interview with Lad Bible. They both went to the washroom to discuss the possibility of Jidion folding, and he was super nervous. At that time, Jid even begged Niko to change the challenge. When they finally sat down in the room where the award show was taking place, a fake floor manager came to Jidion to tell him the order of events to make it even more realistic, and also informed him how important the award was for the night. Jidion's facial expression was a pure sign of how uncomfortable he was. Niko kept reminding him again and again that he could fold. Finally, the fake award show started with Joe, the fake presenter. After some awards were given to the actors, it was finally Jidion's turn to announce the winner. He received the card where 4 names were written, and he had to announce any of the 3 wrong names. But he didn't know that all of the names led to the exact same person, Anthony, the disabled guy. If he read the right name, Richard Linton, that meant he had folded and Niko wins. But if he had read any other name, then Jidion would win the Biggest Menace series. It was a moment of truth when Jidion was called on stage to announce the name, and he read the name of Richard Linton, which meant he had folded. When Anthony came on stage to give the speech, Jidion felt a bit of relief that he hadn't ruined the show. At that moment, Niko realized that he had won the Biggest Menace series. But soon after Anthony had given the speech, Niko came before the microphone and announced that the award show was a fake. Then Jidion came to know that the biggest prankster in the US himself had been pranked and lost the series.